You can clearly see this man is in pain. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I recently did a video regarding the 46-year-old lady who cried on TikTok about not having a partner or husband to do life with, especially at this point where she had a major life surgery about to happen. And I said in that video that it's not just women who are on TikTok talking about this. This is happening to both genders. The difference is that men are not as vocal about it as women are. You'll find a lot more women on TikTok talking about this issue around dating, around men are trash and the feminist stuff, like all that good stuff. But while you have men who are part of the manosphere talking about women are trash and you shouldn't marry them because they'll take everything from you, you have a very small minority of men who are capable of picking up a phone and videoing themselves, unless it has some form of teachable moment to it or they're trying to help the younger generation in some way. They're not normally going to get on TikTok and cry about their situation, but they are out there. If you look for it, you will find it. So today I'm going to react to a man's perspective. I believe from the backstory that I've gotten so far, this man was divorced, or he just about to be divorced, I think, from his wife of 22 years.
All right, we're gonna try this selfie video. So today's Thanksgiving. It's the first Thanksgiving. Being separated, coming up on mediation in a couple of weeks. So my ex texted me. First of all, I don't want this. I don't want to be divorced. I want to stay married. She sent a text yesterday, and was like, I'm grateful for you, and I want to acknowledge like the things that you are in my life, or just like expressing gratitude, right? It kind of made me feel special until I found out that, well, she sent kind of that to everybody, and then I felt diminished and minimized and all that. And then she sent a text this morning, and I saw something that was kind of interesting, and it's something that the uncoupling people do, but it's when you're trying to lessen the triggers, or I like to think of it like a euphoric recall, when you're saying your ex's name, right? To minimize it, you use like the letter or the initial. You don't write the full name or anything like that. And so I saw that for the first time in the text she sent me. She used a K instead of saying my name. And again, don't think you're different or above your wife saying, hey, I want a divorce, I'm not happy.
It happened. It happened to anyone.
And I need something different. Midlife crises are real. The grass is greener is a huge pull on people. So yeah. So happy Thanksgiving. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, so you can clearly see this man is in pain. And from what he said, it's as if he's waiting for the lady to say, oh, I made a mistake, I'm coming back to you. You can see it. He's actually hoping somehow, even though they've been separated, from what he's saying, they're already separated, still sitting there hoping that she'll return to him. Once a lady's done, she's done. But men don't want to get divorced. Most times they don't want to get divorced. They just want to make it work. They want to do everything they can to make it work. I'm talking about the good men. I'm not talking about the trash men. I'm not talking about the ones who get involved in emotional abuse, physical abuse, infidelity, all that stuff. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about men who genuinely were in marriages. They never expected that their wife would one day bring up the divorce papers, but they did. And I acknowledge, guys, look, I know it can happen to anyone, even though I do think that if more people anyway, I'm not saying that this man didn't do that, but I think if more people were more diligent around choosing their spouse and gave a bit more weight to the marriage entity, we wouldn't have a lot more of these. Because for every marriage that ended and you're like, wow, look, even that marriage ended and they ticked every box, there's 100 more of marriages that no boxes were ticked and they divorced because they were not happy, or somebody didn't buy a present. So guys, look, it is happening to men as well. There's quite a few videos on TikTok of men who have come out to speak about their piece. They're not crying. You need to understand that this is not just happening to women. This is happening to men also. Which is why young people, listen, it is important that you give weight, give respect to the sanctity of marriage. You need to tick certain boxes, not just get ready for the big the big wedding, not just find a girl that's pretty. You need to be diligent in choosing your spouse, not just the choosing, but also getting her to the altar. And then after the altar, making sure that you have the right qualities, both of you, in knowing exactly what marriage is about. It's not just about the happily ever after. It's about the work. It's about the molding, the compromise, the sense of duty, knowing that happiness and love and all those feelings do fade, but your duty remains. There will be storm. Even as a single person, you have storm. Definitely you're going to have storm as a unit, but the good thing is that having somebody beside you when you're going through things is better than having nobody. So guys, listen, if anybody is telling you that, women are the ones getting the wrong end of the stick or the worst end of the stick, it's not true. A lot of men have been victims of feminism, where women have woken up in the middle of the night and got, like he said, midlife crisis, and they're like, I can do better than you. I don't have to put up with you anymore. And they lose all sense of duty and decide, look, I'm out, and they leave. And unfortunately, some of them do remarry and some of them don't, right? A lot of times men have a better chance of remarrying because of men tend to peak differently than women, so they can still be in their 40s, 50s and still be able to, land a lady. But a lot of times women find it hard. Once they divorce and they're in that 40, 50 stage, it's harder for them to get married. I do want to put this disclaimer here, guys. Look, even in the Bible, it does say if you break the sanctity of marriage, infidelity, this is ground for divorce. I also believe things like domestic violence and, just abuse in general, no matter what form it takes. You can leave, you can be separated just so that you can stay alive and be safe. But if any of these are not happening, then you do have a responsibility to work on your marriage. You can't just say you're not happy. What's that? Even as a single person, you're not happy. You just have to keep moving forward. So move forward with your marriages. Do things. Try and recapture that early honeymoon stages that you had during dating. Try and understand your spouse. Try and talk to your spouse. Always be concerned more about the other person than yourself. Don't be selfish. Be selfless. But yeah, guys, what do you think about this man who's just spoken a little bit about his story? As you can see, he's still holding out hope, but it's unfortunate he kind of just realizing that his wife is gone. And this is after they've separated. Interesting, isn't it? Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe to my channel. I'm still on the way to 1,000 subscribers. Be a part of the family. Help me out and give me a little subscribe. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on how divorce affects men as opposed to women. I'll see you guys on my next video. Can't just say you're not happy. What's that?